midday on The Social. Fans across the country are sounding off about Auston Matthews' decision to visit the White House after his gold medal win with Team USA. Do you judge the Maple Leaf captain for meeting with the president? And Justin Trudeau's son is opening up about his dad's new relationship with Katy Perry. From music advice to her time in space, what the aspiring singer is revealing about his conversations with the pop star. Then, from the afro to finger waves and more, black hairstyles that symbolize pride and resistance and changed mainstream beauty. Plus, the average human attention span is now about 40 seconds. How to stop losing your ability to concentrate with the author of Focus on Off. It all starts now on The Social.
Welcome to The Social. We'd like to welcome back to the panel actor and comedian Nigel Downer.
Hello, thank you. It's good to be here.
Well, I don't know if y'all have heard it, but if you haven't, we want to let you know that after 40 incredible years, broadcast legend Marilyn Dennis is stepping away from Chum Radio this summer. Now, we here from The Social, all of us want to wish you, Marilyn, the very best. We are going to be sharing more details about her final show as they become available. An icon here at 299 Queen Street West. All right, this is a story that has legs, as they say, because Toronto Maple Leafs and Team USA captain Auston Matthews, along with most of his teammates, they celebrated their Olympic gold medal at Donald Trump's White House. Yes, they did. And a lot of people across social media are voicing their disapproval, much like this audience. But here's what Auston had to say.
That was cool. I mean, it's what's special. I think all of us are proud proud Americans, and doing something like that, winning a gold medal, obviously representing your country. Felt like it was a special honor to be invited. I mean, it's it's an honor. So it was pretty neat to go there and see everything and just kind of get to share that experience with everybody.
Well, he did go on to say. He does not like to be political, and in fact, he's really not that guy. But are we judging Auston for going to the White House, Nigel?
Okay. I sure will. Okay. I will say 97% of me judges him very hard. Very hard. Okay. It's, okay. The overall thing is this is such a gray area for me, maybe not for everybody, but for me, because he is an athlete. He's an athlete here in Toronto. He's an icon in Toronto. He's the captain of one of the most historic franchises, one of the original 6 franchises. There's been dynasties of families that have followed this team, and now their captain wins a gold medal, cool, but under the shroud of what is happening politically, no matter how you cut it, everything that we do now is political. Everything we do is political, right? Now, it is due to one man, Agent Orange, and we know this.
Agent Orange.
and we know this.
I like
everything, the things that we consume, food, clothing we wear, alcohol that we purchase, it's all under this guise now. So it's hard for me to be like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing by doing that? Because you have to come back to Canada, and these fans, these are rabid fans for you, right?
So what do you think he should, here's the question, is that was the move to be that he doesn't go and then runs the risk of upsetting Agent Orange and causing a whole bunch of American fans to then come I'm not defending it, I'm just posing the question. Should that have been the move?
Yeah, I think so. I think at least give us some more idea that it was a conflict for you, or or something, because I just feel like it's a hard pill to swallow, man. If I was a kid or if I was somebody that was a fan or politically aware, like in terms of and knowing what the climate is and knowing what's going on, that'd be really hard for me to take, man, to put on a Matthews jersey again. That being said, you know what I mean?
And I'm actually dying to see how the Toronto Maple Leaf fans treat him when he's back on the ice here.
Yes.
I'm going to be curious to see that. But you know what's so interesting? Historically, going to the White House was very apolitical. It was just kind of the way you wrapped up your congratulations for winning tour. You go, you put on your suit, you get a picture with the president. I don't know, maybe they feed them, and then you go home. But thanks to Agent Orange, thanks for that. It's very political, and it's very divisive. And I think the turning point was back in 2017 when the Golden State Warriors won the NBA championship. And Steph Curry said, I'm not going to the White House, specifically because of the rhetoric from Agent Orange. And I'm not telling you that it's a scheduling issue. I'm telling you exactly what it is. And then we saw other teams follow suit. We saw the Philadelphia Eagles and some college basketball teams also, you know, they said it was scheduling conflict, but we knew what they were talking about. The reason why I feel the opposite, and I'm not surprised, is because when I look at the U.S. men's hockey team, I see something very clear to me. I see a bunch of white men who probably voted for Trump, and all of the rhetoric, all of the policies that are upsetting us, these men aren't affected by any of that. And I think that's why in their mind, they're like, well, it's an honor, I'm still gonna go, because this is not affecting them.
Isn't he half Mexican?
Yeah, but here's the deal.
You don't hear that coming from him.
No, that's
right.
True.
He doesn't talk about that. He doesn't identify with that. So I think it's easier for them, because where Steph Curry, if he went to the White House, his black wife, his black mama, his black daddy, his black family would be like, what are you doing? And I don't think these men would be facing the same kind of like pressure in their family and their fan base and their supporters to be like, what are you doing there? So it's easy for them to go, yeah, it's an honor, I'm gonna go. I feel comfortable.
I think it's also his role as, you know, he is, I'm not defending him by any means, but he's stuck between a rock and a hard place, because he was not only, you know, part of Team USA, he was the team captain of Team USA that won the gold against Team Canada. And then he's walking into the Lions' Den at the Scotiabank Arena with the Toronto Maple Leaf fan base that, you know, that's going to be really prickly. He's going to be facing backlash no matter which way he went, whether he chose to go or didn't go. But the point is, I think, picked the lane of least resistance. He was going to face backlash for going, but he would have faced more backlash for not going from his people.
Even if he gave like a fake, like, oh, it's a scheduling thing?
No, I think you were alluding to this. Not only there's a culture that we know exists in hockey, but also hockey is a sport that is built on conformity. The whole idea is you roll as a team. It is one for all and all for one.
But what about the
five? So you don't want to stand out. You want to absolutely blend in, and he has to lead as captain.
What about the 5 people who didn't show up for the team? Like
there are 5 people. They weren't
okay,
team
so you
captain.
think that's the differentiation for you, is the captain role?
He's team captain.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing.
And by the way, his career will always be here. He's under a 4-year, $53 million contract with the Toronto Maple Leafs. If he doesn't go to the White House or goes to the White House, that paycheck still comes for him. So if he's going to choose the lane of least resistance, go with the team. It is conformity. You're still going to get that paycheck in Toronto.
Maybe he gets the paycheck, but maybe we demote him off of being captain and he's pro-captain, or we make him clean up all the stuff in the locker room. I don't know, just kind of teach him a lesson.
Clean up the locker room.
I don't know what they do.
Sports!
Okay, next up, the Wall Street Journal is reporting that some singles are so burned out by the dating apps that they're letting their families take over to get some fresh perspectives. So would you let your family or your parents take over your dating profile?
I see so many people who are going, oh, absolutely not. I'm the opposite. I am going to download every dating app, hand them my phone, and go, have at it. And I'll tell you why. And tell me if you're single, if you experience this. A lot of the long-term married folks have a lot of attitude about us single folks. Oh, why are you too picky? What about this person? What about that? I wish I could be on these apps. And I'd be like, oh, you think that I'm turning down great prospects? Here, you take this phone, and I want you to swipe, and I want you to have the back and forth, and I want you to go on those first dates. I want you to do all of that. And then you're gonna come back to me and you're gonna be apologizing and realizing that it's not that easy and that we are in fact not the problem. So I would hand them all the phone. Auntie Alicia, Uncle Finbar, my mother, all of you. All of you keep giving me a hard time.
I like that you're just calling out family to do it.
And they're always like, so nobody are going, no, call. Take the phone. Take the phone. Do it.
Listen, R.I.P. to my mom. If this was happening and my mom was on this app for me, she would say yes to every single one.
No.
Yeah. And then she would just bring them in the house with open arms and feed them and be like, "Are you okay?"
That's very sweet.
And then I'd be like, "Dad, hey, what do you think?" My dad would say, "Nope."
Yeah.
Or he'd probably say like, well, what'd your mother think? You know what I mean?
But that's sweet that your mom would love them all.
Probably. There's no doubt in
Sid?
my mind. There's no doubt.
Listen, nothing against my parents, but I can't even imagine. Like, I just don't think that they would have the same choice as me. I once had my best friend, though, and her boyfriend set me up with somebody, and that should have gone well, right? You'd think it would. It did not. The same guy that they set me up with, he got so drunk one night, he showed up at my house, and he peed all over my floor. So that was the last time I let anyone set me up, okay? That's a story for another day, guys.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say no. Be careful who sets you up.
Yeah, I think there's a different, there's a generational divide because I think we grew up in an era, if you're Gen X, you had a lot of separation, especially in your romantic life. There was a very secret life you had. Your parents had nothing, had nothing to do with it. We are different parents in different generations.
So you want to
I don't want my mother to do this for me, but Marqueza, when you get ready to date, give Mama your phone.
Run, Marqueza, run.
But the reason I think is really simple is because we are really close to our kids. We almost know too much about our children right now. I'm not complaining about it, but I think I'd like to think that she's going to say, Mom, you have a lot of wisdom, and I want to tap into what you know and your experience. So we're going to ask and look for different things than they would. I remember dating in my teens and 20s. I was a disaster. But Mama knows best. I got you, girl. I got you. Okay, let's take a quick break, everybody. After the break, Justin Trudeau's son, Xavier, is opening up about meeting his dad's girlfriend, Katy Perry. So we're going to tell you what he revealed about that meeting with the pop star after this.
It's okay.
Tomorrow on The Social, stand-up comedian, actor, and writer Robbie Hoffman joins the panel to debate the stories of the day. Next week on The Social, Summer House stars Lindsay Hubbard and Jesse Solomon swing by to chat about Season 10.
Okay, everybody, we are back. You can find us on social media. If you want to interact with us and be a part of the show, jump online and have your voice heard.
And just a reminder, the tickets are free $99, our favorite price, so come on down, everybody. All right, so let's dive into this next one. Zav, as he likes to be called, or Xavier Trudeau, opened up on his social media about his dad, Justin Trudeau's girlfriend, Katy Perry. Listen to what he had to say.
Let's address the little elephant in the room. Have you met Katy Perry?
Yeah, I have.
You met her?
Yeah, she's cool. She's nice.
Have you talked about advice about music?
Yeah. We've talked for hours just about talking about my music.
About music? Oh, sick.
Advice and these next steps for me and stuff.
Sick.
So, what's your reaction to this conversation, this little tidbit?
I thought this info would come out sooner rather than later. As soon as his dad, Justin, started dating Katy, I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be great. Like, we've talked about Zav's music career here on the show. And I was like, yes, it's very like Justin Bieber. It's like smooth, it's cool. And I was like, oh my God, Katy Perry, she can help. And then I realized, oh, wait a second. He has been battling, I'm sure, his whole life, the term Nepo baby. His whole life has been under the guise of you're Justin Trudeau's son, so anything you do is because of your daddy. I'm sure he's been fighting that his whole life. And then I went, oh, Katy, I'm sure she could help, but it's not gonna help you because now you have Nepo baby plus, my dad's girlfriend is Katy Perry. I think if you're trying to make a name for yourself in music, it's gonna be really hard if people think, do you have talent or are you just really connected?
Interesting, what do you think?
Listen, I can't wait for the diss tracks to come out. You know what I mean? I'm talking about Zav versus Katy Perry, and then coming back and stuff. It's not gonna happen, guys. It's not gonna happen. I was like, what? But I think this is such a ridiculous conversation topic, just from the point of it is so wild. Look, let's go back to Mr. Trudeau. Let's go back to him. Our prime minister, or former prime minister, is dating a 2010s iconic pop star. This took such a left turn that I can't even. I'm still there. I can't wrap my head. I can't wrap my head around his son now talking to his stepmom. What are we doing? What's happening?
Not a bad stepmom.
Yeah, listen, I agree.
All right.
I agree.
You know what's so funny? I had a very different take, and maybe it's because I've dated someone who's divorced with children, and what I loved about this clip was to hear him talking about Katy in a very positive way. Because as we all know, divorce is hard. Breaking up a family is hard, and it's hard on everybody. It's hard on the parents, it's hard on the kids, and then when the parents move on and start dating new people, it's also hard on the new person coming in, because you're coming into a family and, you know, everybody has their feelings about it. So the fact that he's talking about that he has positive conversations with Katy Perry, I can't even say this girl's name, that they're having positive conversations tells me that Justin and Sophie are doing something right because their children are adjusting to them moving on. And for that, I'm like, that's a great thing, because it's really hard, and sometimes people don't handle it well, and then it's uncomfortable for everybody. But clearly, that's not happening here. So kudos to them.
No, you're so right, and that's a great take. I guess I just always think about the flip side of it. Like, you know, when you've had a breakup with somebody and they've moved on, I mean, most of us don't imagine that our ex is going to move on to, like, a famous pop star. Yeah. So part of me, I'm sure, I hope it's going well, but I think there's another side of the story that comes from Sophie's perspective that we're not hearing about. So, anyways, we're going to move on to this. Have you noticed that restaurants are really dark these days?
Yeah.
Designers told the Toronto Star that there's been a shift towards dark and moody lighting at dining establishments, and restaurant owners say low lighting is a deliberate part of their preferred vibe. So, do we think dark restaurants are like maybe a bit too dark these days?
Like, you guys are so old. Listen, outside of working on this show, I can't get into the girls' night or the date until the lights dim, baby. Put me in the darkest corner of that restaurant, because that's when the real gossip happens. That's when you start sitting on the side cheek and you're like, let's get into this. If you gave me the best meal ever, but you have the house lights on and it's fluorescent lighting, you may as well throw that steak in the garbage, because I'm like, I can't relax. But I will say this. I don't know who's deciding to turn up the music in these restaurants, but you gotta turn down the music and turn down the lights. And now we're having a good time.
Okay.
Now, obviously, that's...
Right?
That's a perspective of somebody who really had like a good time at Bashment's in the 90s. That's from you.
If the lights aren't out, baby, I'm not ready to get down.
Okay, here's the deal. There's like 3 tiers of restaurant lighting, I think, right? There's like McDonald's, okay?
That's
Let me finish.
Okay.
There's like McDonald's. Okay, then there's like the Keg, right? Okay,
yeah.
And then there's like Au Noir. Right?
Yeah.
Which is like
you can't even see your hand in front of your face.
You can't see anything. Like as soon as you walk in, it's complete darkness.
Okay.
Right now we're in this like tier that's in between the Keg and Au Noir, right? Where it's like it's kind of dark, you're not sure what you're ordering, you're not sure what's going on. You just gotta come prepared. Like if you go to McDonald's, you know what you're gonna see. You can see your meal, you can see the other person across from you. If you're going to these new restaurants that are like all dark and dark wood, you just need to prepare yourself like you're gonna
go. And how do you prepare yourself?
Well, like, you know, you're gonna go into a coal mine or something, you know what I mean? You gotta bring like your helmet with your lights, you know what I mean? You gotta make sure that you can see it.
Wow.
I did order the steak, you know?
It's funny, my brain went to Au Noir as well. For people who don't know it, it's a restaurant in Toronto, and there might be other ones across Canada where it's in complete darkness. Yeah. And the idea is not only that they have people who have
visual
disabilities who are serving there, but also for the experience of the people there, that if you cut off one sense, obviously the other ones are heightened. So it's going to be a sensual experience. And I guess that's what these restaurants are ultimately going for. They're just not going the full Monty.
Yeah,
they're just
correct.
like kind of, but it is hard. Like we're at an age where you need to do this, like put this on, and that can really interrupt.
Can we discuss that for a second? The bottom line here is this: if you want my Gen X money, okay, then you have to make sure that this Gen X patron can see the menu. You like Gen X money? So I think there's a middle ground. I too like a nice ambiance. I like a vibe. You know, it's setting a scene if it's romantic. But I also think that every single table has to have those really fancy lights now. And when I say fancy, you can find them really cheap online. You know that you tap them and they go slow, medium, dim, whatever, right? I love those. My daughter loves playing with those. You got to make sure that it goes in at least 4 different levels of lighting, so that I can put it up enough for me to read the menu, and then I can turn it back down again, so that we can go up.
I love the idea.
It's actually science. It's called presbyopia.
I love the idea of going. It was like, hey girl, yeah, I pull out the seat for you. Sit down. I'm like, cool. Hey, let me get this for you. Pop, pop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Can't read that menu? Pop. I got
Excuse me, the battery's dead on this one. Can I get another one?
No.
Pop, pop.
Check, please.
Anyway, up next everybody. Love Story star Paul Anthony Kelly is telling us that he's breaking the mold and embracing his chest hair. He is. The internet and all of you, we have thoughts, and we'll talk about them right after this.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
Everybody, so we do have to talk about the internet's love story with Canadian actor Paul Anthony Kelly's chest hair. The actor is, there's a little shot of it. He is playing heartthrob John F. Kennedy Jr. in Love Story. It's a limited series, and he is turning quite a few heads. Paul told GQ that he likes to keep it, quote, au naturel on his chest, and he does not want to fit into anyone's mold, so there. But chest hair.
This movie looks good. Am I the only one? Story. Anyway,
you haven't heard a word and like, no, good.
I'm in.
You mean he's fine? Is that what you're trying to say? I was like, you didn't hear anything.
That's all I heard from both of you. You're like, he looks good. You're like, oh, he cute. And I was like, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's a good-looking dude, man. You know, for dudes.
So chest hair, yay or nay, Nigel?
I'm like, hey, you rock it if you got it, man. If you got chest hair, just do the thing. Do the thing.
So the natural question is, do you got it?
Nope. Oh, natural. I got nothing, baby.
Oh,
just
really?
slick. Yeah, I got no
you don't
chest.
take care
I
of
have
it.
one curl. And one, it's been the same curl. Me and him have gone through thick and thin. Just one curl.
one?
Yep, just one. That's it.
Okay, so you're blessed in that sense.
I have to say, like, you've always been very attractive, but you just got even more attractive to me now.
You're not a chest hair girl?
I'm not a chest hair girl. Like, they're just so rare to encounter. For me, I haven't encountered a lot of no hair, and so I'm very attracted to the no hair. I will say, though, that, like, I'm not mad about a happy trail. Like, I like a happy trail.
What's that?
Oh,
Cynthia, this is daytime television now.
Hey, can we dim the lights? Can we dim the lights, please? Let's dim the lights.
For
Let's
this
dim the lights.
conversation, we need to dim the lights. Where's that tap thing? Tap it.
Keep going, but dim the lights. Dim the lights. Keep going.
What are you doing about trail? Let me save this conversation.
We're gonna save it.
Oh, okay. So I like a man to be a man, and if you have chest hair, I'm not kicking a man out of bed for chest hair.
Man.
I know, but what I'm saying is, no, dudes come with chest hair. I'm like, I don't have a problem with it if that's how you are. Shoulder and back, it's a different conversation. But what I will say is, I don't like a guy who has chest hair and then shaves it, and now he's prickly like a cactus. I like, just wear it, just own the hair, don't shave it. That for me is more annoying than
Or what
anything
about
else.
the Kelly Clarkson? What if he's waxing?
No, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Listen, I like your chest hair. The question is, do you like mine? That is the main question.
Oh, that's a good one. Do we leave that there?
No.
Got a couple
I feel
rogue.
very, very lucky. Ryan is naturally pretty hairless, so I've been very lucky. I do like to say that when I see him, I'm like, oh my God, it's like a baby seal's belly. Oh my God, I love it. Anyway, what I want to say about this guy is, if this is what we have hiding in small town Ontario, I don't care if you're hairy, hairless. We need these boys to come out of the Ontario woodwork.
There we go.
He doesn't have any acting experience, and he has been cast in this iconic role, and he looks so good doing it. Would he look better without chest hair? Yes. Are we going to take him like this? Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We're going to move on to another hot debate. Here's a question. Do you back into a parking spot or back into a parking...
Nope.
Back in, back out.
So,
Wait, let's try that again.
Pull in or back out?
Pull in or back
Pull in
out.
or back
I don't
out.
really know. You know what I mean. The New York Times spoke to readers who are convinced that reversing in is best for safety. Okay.
Sure.
So do you pull in or back into a parking spot?
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay, so Gen X, we're the generation that went to Young Drivers of Canada when people first actually learned how to drive,
Facts,
right?
yep.
And we still know how to drive manual transmission. Thank you very much.
Yep, that's me.
And all of these safety things lead to one thing. There is only one answer. If you cannot pull through completely, if there's two empty spaces and you pull all the way through so that it's hood out, then the next best option is to reverse in. Now, did you know, and there's a reason, it's safety, because first you can swing by, take a scan, are there any little people, especially, or carts, and then you can reverse. And then when you have to leave, you can see. So it's a reason. And did you know 20% of motor vehicle collisions across this country happen where? Parking lots.
That doesn't surprise me.
So you got to go in safely.
What about you, Nigel?
Oh, I'm reverse. I back in every single time. It's just like, it's so much easier. It's so much safer. I'm gonna tell you what's up. For real. I've seen the Jason Bourne movies. I've seen Mission Impossible. If I need to escape, if a brother needs to escape,
Wait.
I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not like.
No, listen, there is truth to that. Okay, so for the longest time, I used to pull in because I was like, who cares? Just pull into the spot. And then I dated a man, there's no nice way, he was a criminal. And so he would always back in. And then one time we were in my car and I pulled in, he goes, what are you doing? You gotta back in. I go, what's the big deal? I'm parked. And he was like, no, if things, pop off and things go, you gotta be able to pull out. And I was like, what kind of life are you living, sir? But stuck with me, because I'm like, if things pop off, I'm ready to pull out and I'm gone. So there is something to it.
I'm telling you,
thank you.
man.
Are you a criminal? No. Don't answer that question.
No.
Nigel Downer, we love having you here. Thank you.
Thank you, breakfast fest. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. It's fun.
So after the break, a fascinating history of black hairstyles that changed mainstream beauty right after.
Nice. Noise.
But yeah, but it was... Welcome back. In celebration of Black History Month, we're tracing the roots of black hairstyles from cultural symbols of pride and resistance to modern-day red carpets and pop culture moments.
And it looks, we're going to be showing you looks that didn't just define eras, but that have shaped mainstream beauty even today. So here to help us do just that, hairstylist Janet Jackson is back.
Hey! Oh, first of all, it's good to see you. You look fabulous, as per usual. All right, so we're starting off with the afro that is being worn by the lovely Cara. All right, so this was a hairstyle that was actually known by activists like Angela Davis, who embodied this style in every sense. So how did this look become such a defining cultural image?
Well, the afro is more than just a hairstyle. It is black identity. It is self-expression. It's a political statement. And the afro just really put out there that our texture doesn't need approval.
I love that. And now we're seeing celebrities like Tracee Ellis Ross making this style a little bit more modern. So what do you love about this look and how it's evolved to today?
Well, I love the fact that the natural hair movement, regardless of hair pattern or texture, has really evolved. The afro basically has made self-expression powerful.
Absolutely. All right, so what's the key to shaping and maintaining a good afro?
Okay, so if you have an afro, regular trims, hydration, that's the obvious. But if you want to take your afro to that next level, use a blow dryer.
Really?
Yes. This is the Babyliss Pro Falco dryer, and it has so many different attachments, but it's the straightening comb that'll change your afro and take it to that next level.
Oh my gosh, when you say afro, I'd never think about straightening comb on a blow dryer.
Yes.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is you're going to go in with heat, and you're going to lift at the root with the heat, and that's what's going to create height and more volume. You also have the option of pulling the hair right through, pulling the comb right through to create a different texture and a different type of afro. But this is what you're going to do in order to get that height. You're just going to pull in at the roots. Great for coily hair as well.
Yeah, because an afro is all about good height.
Yes, it is.
All right, that looks fabulous.
Janet, why don't you come on over? We got another look to take a look at. Well, we are going to be taking a look at the timeless hairstyle of finger waves seen here on Tayo. And the glamorous, of course, Josephine Baker wore this. It was her signature look. So what made this look so revolutionary at the time?
So the finger wave back in the 1920s were the original black luxury done with just gel and a comb. And today we're seeing a lot of sleek, sculpted looks on runways and red carpets. But the mastery behind all of those looks is our history.
Okay, so there's modernized versions now. Like Tiana Taylor, she has been rocking this. What are your tips to get that beautiful shape and shine?
Okay, so if you obviously cannot do a full finger wave, the next best thing is sleeking your hair back with just gel or a styling foam and focus mainly on the hairline. So I'm just going to add some gel here. I like using a tail comb because what this does is that I'm able to use the comb and I'm able to use the tail of the comb as well. And you're just gonna focus on the hairline, creating a nice shape with your fingers, the tail of the comb. We'll do it this way.
Does the type of gel matter?
No, it's whatever works with your hair type, and it can be very different. After you've used the gel and sculpted, you're gonna go in with a diffuser. I love this dryer because it has an extra large diffuser, which is going to cover way more hair. The speed on this dryer as well is going to remove frizz. So as you're drying, it's going to take away the frizz as well, add a little bit of shine, and this is perfect for sculpting and doing these type of hairstyles on your own at home.
And you're gonna lock in with this?
You're gonna lock in with this.
Okay, got it,
yes.
got it. And how many days could we rock this?
I mean, it really depends on your hair, the product that you use. And this type of look can go a week or two, depending on how often you wash.
It looks gorgeous. Thank you,
Thank
Tayo.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come over, Janet. Okay, so this is Shania here, lovely Shania, and she's rocking a style called the braided baldy.
Yes.
Most recently, it's been seen on A$AP Rocky and Doechii. Can you tell us a little bit more about the history of braided designs?
Okay, so braids and cornrows hold survival in their strands. During slavery, cornrows were used to hide seeds and to map escape routes for freedom, you know. So we are now seeing, later on, we've seen Cicely Tyson in 1962. Yes, in 1962, where she was the first woman to rock cornrows on television, which it was quite the statement. And now we're seeing all these different celebrities, you know, on red carpets with the look. But the braided baldy, it is history, heritage, and artistry in its purest form.
This is just stunning. I feel like you kind of want to see, like, can we just, because there's like a heart in here. There's just so much creativity. And you say that the key to maintaining this hairstyle is, you're going to show us on Shania, there are certain tips that you have. What are those?
So the key to maintaining this type of look is keeping the scalp flake-free. And so using a light oil is always perfect. I like using the Shea Moisture Bond and Strengthening Oil. What you're going to do is just apply it to the scalp. This oil is great for both the scalp and hair. So if you get it everywhere, that's perfectly fine. You can use this on a daily basis. It's strengthening the hair as well. Once you've done this, you would basically use a scarf at night and tie it down, and you are good to go. This will last you a week or two, but again, it's about focusing on the scalp, using a light oil, and making sure that the scalp is flake-free.
Stunning. Okay, so these styles, as you mentioned, have lasted generations. So what does it mean to you to see Black hair traditions continue to influence global beauty trends today all over the world?
I mean, it means a lot. These hairstyles are around. It's not because they're trendy. It's because it holds history, identity, artistry all in one. And to see Black hair shape the global beauty world as it is today is extremely powerful.
So good.
Yes.
Janet, you're incredible. Ladies, thank you so much. You all look amazing. And when we get back, expert tips on how to cut out distractions and concentrate better from the author of Focus on Off. We're going to be right back. Stay with us.
Here at The Social, looking fresh and feeling fierce is always in style.
I understood the assignment, honey. Yes, you did.
From the runway to your way.
Cozy and casual, loves it.
Oh, I love the monochromatic again.
If this outfit isn't Mel, I don't know what is.
Learn how to rock the latest trends.
A cargo wide leg hybrid. That sounds so good. Doesn't she look amazing?
We're stepping up the glam from head to toe.
Oh, yes. Hello.
Explore your own unique style.
Clearly, I'm feeling myself.
Weekdays on The Social.
Welcome back. The average human attention span has dropped from 2.5 minutes in 2024 to as short as 40 seconds today. We are losing our focus.
All right, well, our next guest is here to stop that decline with his brand new book called Focus on Off. Please welcome to the show, author and founder of the Focus Academy, Oscar DeBoss. Welcome.
Good to
Thank you so much for having me.
No, it's our honor to have you here. All right, so let's get into this. So we hear you have a great cocktail party analogy for why focusing is so hard. So explain it to us.
It's the best way to kind of explain how focus works in the brain.
Okay.
So let me invite you. for my cocktail party.
Okay.
So imagine yourself being there in a cocktail party. You have this little group. You're talking amongst each other.
Okay.
And in this big space, you can hear also all other people talking.
Yeah.
Right? You can kind of switch with your mind, listening to the noises, but also focusing on the conversation at hand.
Yeah.
And that's wild, right? The mind can do that. But it gets crazier. Because have you ever had, while you were listening to somebody right in front of you, you heard somebody else say your name?
Yes.
Yeah. Ask her, and then boom, you're distracted. And that's how the brain works. Like subconsciously, your brain is deciding for you, it's not important, it's not important, it's not important. Ask her, that's important. They might be talking about you.
Yes.
Right? So your brain decides every second what's the most important thing for you to do.
Okay.
And that's distraction and that's focus.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, so in the book, you highlight what you call 4 concentration leaks.
Yeah.
So too few stimuli, too little fuel, too many internal stimuli, and too many external stimuli. So we're going to start with the first one. What does too few stimuli actually mean?
Well, let's go back to the party. And the person in front of you might decide to tell a long, maybe boring story.
Yeah,
Well,
we've all been there.
Then you have too few stimuli.
Yep. So
And then you
you've
get
tuned
distracted.
out. You're-
Everything else for your brain is more exciting. Somebody's shoes, the food that's been brought, right? Everything else.
So true.
I love it. Okay, so how do we combat too few stimuli? What is the solution?
Well, you have to make it exciting somehow. In a party, you can ask some questions. At work, you can set a deadline for your task or try to speed it up or make it more exciting. Or you could even kind of, in a good way, have multitasking by putting up some music or kind of doodling at the same time. But you have to kind of increase the engagement.
All right, and the next one is too little fuel. What do you mean by that?
Well, if you had a long day, you didn't have any breaks or you didn't sleep, you're going to be tired. And also in the party, you're going to have a hard time focusing on a conversation because you're just so tired. It does cost fuel to focus.
Yes.
Yeah, you need that. Okay, got it. Okay, what's the next one? The solution.
I think what the solution.
Okay, sleep better, eat
Yeah.
better. Is that like a solution for too little fuel?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, those are main things. But I also like to add to explain, especially nowadays with the phones, we like to do fun things as a break, but your mind also needs some time off that it doesn't receive any information. And I call those focus off breaks.
Yeah, because a lot of people will grab their phone and that is still activating your brain. So what does that look like?
Well, you can like walk around, you can stare out the window, walk around without a podcast. I mean, we try to incorporate information all the time.
Yeah.
It's just having a less information on you.
Yeah, like even when you go to the bathroom, like don't take your phone.
Yeah.
That's
right?
so hard
Take
to
a moment.
do,
I know,
though.
I know. Okay, so the third concentration leak is too many internal stimuli. So what does that look like and how does it make us lose focus?
Well, these are your own thoughts. These can be tasks. It can also be like a tough conversation that kind of lingers on, or in a positive way, you can be in love, right? That's very distracting. So in focus, there's no room for love. No. Just joking.
All right, and so what's the solution for that one?
You have to clean up your brain. We carry too much in our mind. So
How do you clean up your brain, though?
You grab a paper and a
Okay,
pen,
yeah.
you set 10 minutes and just write
everything
all
down.
out. Or you have apps for
Okay.
it nowadays, but
But
that's
if you
the way
give me
to go.
the app, that's on the phone, and then I'm back to being distracted.
Well, that's why the paper is...
Okay, so write it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you say the last concentration leak is too much external stimuli.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like this is one we all know about.
It's also what we like to blame, all the noises around us, the colleagues that come in for a question. But also, a lot of times it's us, because we have this fear of missing out, right? So we kind of want to be involved and up to date, right? So we don't want to turn off the notifications because we're scared we miss something.
Right. Okay, so how are we supposed to combat that one? Because we are in a world where there's everything's pinging all the time and trying to get our attention.
Yeah. Well, I like to call them focus blocks. I would start with that. So it's very easy. You open up your calendar, you make an appointment, and you invite yourself. And that signals to all your colleagues, like you're not available for something else. And you signal to yourself, like, I'm going to focus now. So please turn off your notifications and let's get into it.
I like that.
I think that's the best one.
Yeah.
Another one, it's called the Ohio principle, I like to add. It's called only handle it once, especially nowadays with the phone. If you have email on your phone, you can kind of read the same email 20 times a day, but you didn't have time to answer it, right? So read your email when you actually have time to answer it. It's
So
just such a
only
waste of
open
time.
the email and read it if you know you have time to answer it.
Exactly.
Okay.
What does it mean when you read the email and mentally you've answered it, but you didn't actually answer it? Because I do that all the time. What is that saying about my brain?
It is a task that you carry on, and it's going to distract you. So that it becomes like an internal stimuli that's going to distract you and distract you. Oh, don't forget to answer the email. Don't forget to answer the email.
Okay. All right. So you mentioned earlier that multitasking is a great solution when the task is too boring, but there's a specific way to multitask that is different from task switching.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between the two?
Well, first, I like to start by explaining that your mind can only do one conscious thing at the same time. But if you can manage to do some other things subconsciously, it kind of helps focusing.
Okay.
So with that, I want to play a little game.
Let's.
To
let's
check
do it.
Okay.
if it's multitasking or task switching.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you like a sentence, and then you decide it's multitasking or task switching.
Yeah.
Audience,
Okay.
you ready?
You ready?
Audience, you guys
And
have your
everybody's
paddles
joining.
too, right? Okay.
Yeah, good. Okay, so the first one is about music. Listening to music while at work. So say you're listening to a new album.
That you've never heard before.
No, never heard before, your favorite artist. And you put that on while at work. Is that multitasking or task switching?
Task switching.
That's task switching. It's two conscious things, right? And you go back and forth.
But if it was an old, familiar one, then it would be
then it's
multitasking.
Then it would be multitasking,
all
like
right.
nature sounds, because you can do it subconsciously.
Okay.
Okay.
Right?
Hey, good one.
Okay.
Second one, ready?
Yeah, we're
okay.
ready.
Like walking and talking on the phone. You're having a conversation on the phone. and you're walking.
multitasking.
Yeah.
It's multitasking.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Got it. I got you. Yes.
Chew gum and walk at the same time.
I don't
Get
think
your
about it.
steps
Yeah,
and then also
got it.
catch
Yes.
up on whatever's going on.
Now a tricky one.
Okay.
Driving and talking on the phone.
Because you gotta pay
We hope
attention
it's
a little bit.
multitasking and that task
Oh.
switching.
Both require,
It
one
requires some
requires
thinking,
too much
right?
info.
Exactly. It's task switching.
Yeah.
And that's-
Is it?
And because you have to be focused, like concentrated into two things. And sometimes, and that's the dangerous part, you start to drive subconsciously.
Yeah, I've done that.
And that's why it's so
And then,
dangerous.
like, how did I get home?
Yeah.
I've done that many times.
Okay, so what does it mean
Yeah.
if you're driving and then you're also eating like some kind of combo and then also talking on the phone? Hands-free, of course. What is that?
It's called a ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's multitasking?
That's the task
Task
switching.
switching.
Yeah.
Okay. What about, do you have one more?
Last one.
Okay.
So you're at work, you're listening to a Zoom call, and you start to doodle a little bit.
I feel like that's multitasking.
Oh, I'm out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Multitasking?
Yeah. Oh, that's multitasking.
No, multitasking.
Yeah.
Multitasking.
Unless you start making like houses and trees, then it starts becoming task
A
switching.
task.
Yeah.
But if you're doodling, I find I can concentrate more. I can
Exactly.
focus
Really?
more while I'm
if
doodling.
I start to doodle, I don't know what's happening on that Zoom.
Interesting.
I'm out. Yeah.
This is so cool. Really cool focus tips. We all need this right now,
Yeah.
Oscar. Thank you so much. Thank you. Very cool. All right, there are more tips in Oscar's book. It's called Focus On Off. I love the toggle, right? You pick one or the other, not both. It's available wherever you buy your books. But listen, studio audience, you get to go home with your copy today. Focus on that. Okay, we'll be back right after this. We'll be back. Okay, tomorrow we're going to learn about something new. At least I've never heard of it. It's called the Fricey food trend. It is a mix of fruity and spicy. Fruity, Fricey. Top Chef Canada winner Erica Karbelnik will be here to share those recipes. Also, with GLP-1s becoming increasingly common, we're going to find out more about how weight loss affects your skin on tomorrow's show. And this is big. Comedian and writer Robbie Hoffman will be joining our panel with takes on today's trending story.
good.
Oh,
So please tune in. And if you're a fan, come on down. We still have room in the audience, Derek?
A little bit, yes.
Only
Yes.
a little bit.
Hoffman's
Last
here.
few. Don't forget, we're on Crave, we're on YouTube, we're on social media. We would love to catch you there. Thank you, audience, for coming.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in. See you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye-bye.